Hello, we are now in Module 6. In this module, we'll be discussing concepts from Powell Chapter 9 and Heinemann et al. From Chapter 7. In the Powell material, we get into a discussion of policy communication and how the different mechanisms come into play in getting the policy issues out to constituents, out to society in general, how those policies are framed via the different mechanism. We also discuss some of the typical questions in a policy paper, and most importantly, and certainly relevant today, is the notion of labeling. Labeling in a public policy context. I think we are all quite familiar with how labels are used in this day and age to categorize either things we are in favor of or things we are opposed to. There are some videos in this module that talk about labeling and sort of the societal impacts on public policy as well. Heinemann in Chapter 7 discusses national policy and how big government grew since the Great Depression via Franklin D. Roosevelt up through the Johnson administration in the 1960s. Big emphasis on social programs, government spending. Of course, we had various wars thrown in there. So when you start discussing the impacts of total spending, it vacillates a little bit between the emphasis on military and social spending. But certainly budgets swelled at the federal level during that time. In recent years, particularly since the early 90s with the election of Bill Clinton as president and a Republican House that came into being around 93, 94, we had a shift in emphasis to state governments, and that discussion has, let's say, raged since that time. It seems that those in favor of strong state governments tend to run along party lines relative to whoever is in power at the national level. For many, many years, I think we could safely say Democrats were more in favor of big government and less in favor of states' rights. But now that in the year 2018 that Republicans are in control at a national level, you hear more and more states, particularly here in California, wanting to exercise state rights and break away from strong national control. So this will probably ebb and flow depending upon whatever parties are in power at whatever levels. And with that, enjoy this module. Please take a look at the videos, and we'll be back to you next time. Bye-bye.